It is FYF Sports, man. Salute to everybody, man. TikTok takeover, another Saturday night show, man. We back once again, man. Salute to everybody hopping in here, man. Salute to D, man. Salute to, hey, look, all the new names. Marcus, I see you in here. Some of y'all names I see all the time. I know that everybody is not going to be super active and engaged. I know a lot of you guys are just here to listen, get this knowledge, man. Just get a good show, entertainment, right? Hearing from different voices, a lot of stuff going on when you come to a FYF Sports Live. Completely different from a lot of the typical TikTok shows that you see. And that's the number one thing that we try to push here, y'all. We try to be different, man. We don't shy away from that. We are not trying to have the same type of show. We're not trying to have the same type of quality. We are just not flicking this TikTok thing on just to talk to a few people, shut it off, and it disappears. All of these shows that we do here on TikTok, FYF Sports, Go James Kingdom, are live in full on YouTube on the FYF Sports and Go James Kingdom pages. Make sure you follow both of us as we get started, man. Salute to Marcus. Yeah, we back again. We got another good one for you guys today. Now, today we got a good show because we covering 3 topics. The topic that you see on the screen, this the first topic that we're going to be cooking on. But we got 2 more special topics that we're going to be covering today, right? Much different from some of the other shows that we do where we really just stick to one topic and we allow that topic to take over for the remainder of the show. We got 3 really good topics that we're going to be covering today. And I'm definitely going to say that these are 3 controversial topics at that. Very controversial. So make sure, man, if you have an opposing opinion, do not hesitate to hit the request button. Come up, even if the panel is full. We prioritize new names, new faces. Right? We prioritize. We'll drop people down to bring you up because, again, the goal is to hear from everyone. It only makes these shows better, whether you agree or disagree. Look, yeah, how Dallas soul stopped LeBron James in 2011, the kryptonite formula. We are finally having these Dallas Maverick players come out to talk about the strategy. On the last stream that we did the other day when we were talking to Dookie from Rated R Sports, we were talking to him about the strategy used against Michael Jordan and the Detroit Pistons in 1988, 89, and 90. We're not just talking narrative. That's easy to do. The fake narratives, the non-basketball talk, the saying somebody choked. That's fake talk. That has nothing to do with real basketball. And so what I do appreciate is just like Isaiah Thomas and John Sally and those guys came out and talked about the strategy, right? Before they came out and spoke, a lot of these Dusty Jeffries were telling us they were just hard fouling Michael Jordan. Once we do research and once these players start to speak up, we find out that's all a lie. When we hear about 2011, what's the first thing we hear when we hear people talking about 2011? What's the number one narrative? LeBron choked. LeBron got scared. They always say this stuff that's narrative based, right? Doesn't make sense. It caters to the emotion. It caters to a fan base that just wants to hate. We never get around to talking real basketball. What actually happened? What is happening on the X's and O's side of this that went on? Because we saw all of these other teams not be able to stop LeBron until we get to this one roadblock. That don't happen by accident. That's why I always say we have to give the other side of the coin credit. If a great defensive team puts on a great defensive effort, let's dive into that. Let's look to give a little bit of credit there. We're going to be talking about all of these topics today. We're going to be doing some Kobe talk. We got another Michael Jordan topic, but we're going to start with this topic right here because information came out from some of the Dallas players that I think you guys are going to want to hear. We're going to dive into that conversation. Look, before we get started with the show, you guys, salute to everybody getting in here. We're already up to 40 people. Number one thing to do, you see that share button right there in the corner of the screen. Tap that share button. Number one thing to do, tap the repost. Right? Doesn't cost you nothing. You don't have to donate nothing. You don't have to do much work, but it definitely helps us bring in new people. Tap that repost button and then tap to add to story. Add it to your story. And if you don't want to add it to your story, because I know some of you guys got a sneak watch and you're not allowed, according to the Discord rules, to be watching FYF Sports and Go James Kingdom, well, just share selectively to a few friends, people in here that want to come in here and cook. All right, but we're gonna be cooking up. So make sure we share the live, man. Get that live shared out. I'm doing it right now. I Everybody else should be doing it. Make sure before we really get started, before we get into the meat and bones of this show, that we are sharing the live. So I like to share the show on multiple platforms before we get started. Hopefully you guys in turn can do the same. Get this content out, man, because again, you guys are the one that make these shows elite, man. When we see y'all comments, when we see y'all likes, when we see y'all gifts coming through, that's the biggest thing right there. Salute to 10 Clacks also sharing the live, man. That's exactly what we need. That's the energy we need, y'all. But as I was saying, y'all, the 2011 finals are always used as the biggest stain on LeBron's legacy. But once you actually listen, and the player that really broke this down was Brendan Haywood, right? The conversation gets a lot more layered. Dallas wasn't just playing normal defense, according to Brendan Haywood, right? We're going to play the video exactly in full of what he said. We're going to be breaking it down. And what you will see is that it's not a typical 5-on-5 matchup, right? It was not the typical scheme. He talked about what they did behind the scenes to prepare for LeBron James and who they did not prepare for, who they did not care about, what their main focus was. He lets us in on it. Right. And so and honestly, guys, before we get started, and I know y'all can see it on the screen right here. That's the same reason that myself, FYF Sports, GOAT James Kingdom, a lot of people in the community here, we all use Prop GPT. You see it on the screen. Prop GPT, parlay smarter, win bigger, right? Because it doesn't just show you surface level outcomes. We just talked about, right, talking about the game, not just running with narratives, right? It helps you understand why something is happening in the games, and it helps you win your parlays. So it's going to give you the picks. It's going to give you everything you need. If you're thinking that a certain player is going to be over or under, check Prop GPT. See what the grade is for that particular prop. Are you making a smart play? If you want to win your parlays, make sure you download Prop GPT, free 7-day trial, elite app. It's helped me win some parlays. I'm posting all my wins on the YouTube community post. Make sure you go over to YouTube to check it out. And today I just checked a couple matchups earlier, just seeing how the data lines up with what I'm already thinking for this OKC San Antonio series. I'm going to be posting, and I'm going to give you guys a freebie. I'm going to give you my lineup for that game one of that series. So again, it's quick, it saves time, and it actually helps you validate whether your takes or your parlay picks make sense. So if you want to check your own parlays or see whether your numbers are pointing in the profitable direction, make sure you download Prop GPT. So we're going to get back to regularly scheduled programming. We're going to go ahead and break this down because once you add actual defensive context, this entire 2011 narrative does not hit the same. You guys, we're going to kick the show off with a new song. I know Johnny was talking about, Johnny, one of these things we talked about was they call Johnny the Crip Keeper. They call him the Crip Keeper. They called him the Crip Keeper in jest, just like they said he had the GOAT James. But what do we always do over here on FYF Sports GOAT James Kingdom? We turn their jokes into a reality, right? Johnny, since they've ever came up with that joke, has been nothing more but just a thorn in their sides, popping up out of the shadows, out of nowhere, coming up with information that they can't research and find, right? He just walked his appearance like the Candy Man, right? He grew the mustache out even thicker, right? They said he was skinny. He got skinnier. He just got more Crip Keeper like. I don't know why y'all be joking with us, man. I don't even know why y'all be joking with us. Like these jokes is gonna hit home. Like we gonna be personally offended. What they call? They called me the scammer. Everybody in the GJK FYF community is calling me Mr. Scam now. We just embrace it. You give us nicknames, we gonna embrace it. But we're gonna start this song. We're gonna start today off with a new song. It's called The Crip Keeper, man. And shout out to Johnny, man, of GOAT James Kingdom, man, for one of the main reasons why this show is even here on TikTok, man. Again, make sure as the song plays, as the intro plays, you guys are sharing the live. And again, if you have to tune out at any particular time, make sure you come check us out on YouTube, man. It's FYF Sports, GOAT James Kingdom. We back for another Saturday TikTok takeover, man. Y'all thought Thursday was good when we obliterated Dookie or rated our sports, man. Today's going to get crazy.
Crip Keeper.
A shiny the exposer.
Piano daughter.
Organ low, archive open.
5 on 5.
Clip on clip, watch your mouth.
Stand on it. Crip Keeper.
Crip Keeper.
Archive creeper.
Archive creeping.
Zesty talking.
Zesty talking.
Pan on leaking.
Man on leaking.
Say he said it.
Said he said it.
Where the clip.
Where the clip.
Run it back.
Let me see it.
GJK. Let it separate. A Johnny pull the record.
Let it meditate.
They made the name. Not a name by it.
Crip Keeper.
Walking through a dark line. Came in calm with the black fire. Don't smile. Whole clips in the stack pie. Man's took a step back, same loop. Talk bone still ain't laying one hoop. Blind vision saw the room get tight. No ball after the facts hit light. Armani switch lanes.
Lost again.
King's Speech tried to sting, got pinned. This ain't yelling, this proceeds on beat. Courtroom trap at the church keys deep. No walking shade. 808 knock. Every lie you told got a time on the clock. They throw jokes.
He let it bring.
Then bring the footage back from underneath. Zesty Jeffers wanna live with no tape. Ochi in the cut like it might be too late.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Line for line.
Line for line.
No escape.
No escape.
From your time.
They love my cool, but the rules got hoes. Move that scale every time Ron rolls. MVPs count to Russell love driving. 5G treated like they ain't alive. Scoring count to the record got passed. Then longevity became a new man. Every standard came wrapped in fog. A Johnny peel it back, now the room go dark. You don't need volume.
He got sick when
First claim that's control.
shoulder weakness.
I don't get loud.
We let him talk.
Then the whole clip piles like chalk on the wall.
They say he does smoke.
He bring the whole out.
Say he switched up.
He bring the whole out.
Say he got cooked
The
up.
up don't say no.
Archive your teeth when the lights get low.
5 on 5.
Clip on clip.
Watch your mouth.
Stand on it.
This where them rules where the lies get dressed. For fake wins live off deleted mess. Click little panel.
Quick little break.
Then pray nobody say
Save the frame.
why don't you got eyes?
Page unknown.
Screen in the door.
Whole stream clone.
One long quote.
One fake angle.
Not a whole YouTube.
TT tango.
A Johnny don't change.
Wait and plot.
Cold as a vault with the folders locked. They made Crip Keeper.
He made it long.
Now every zesty fear with the
Archive song.
Now the ghost story, this a live autopsy. With criteria laid out sloppy.
GJK.
In the room, keep it clean.
For the Crip Keeper, dig up everything.
Crip Keeper.
I got briefings.
Zesty talking.
I don't need this.
Say he said it.
Said he said it.
Where the clip?
Running back.
Let me see it.
GJK.
Let us separate.
Loud and Johnny, pull the record. Let it meditate.
They made the name.
Now the name bite.
Crip Keeper. Walking through a dark line.
DJK.
Archive open.
Just don't rock.
Lives stay frozen. Crip Keeper. Walking through a dark line.
DJK.
Archive open.
Kids don't rock.
Lives stay frozen.
Crip Keeper.
Walking through a dark line.
DJK.
Archive open.
Kids don't rock.
Lives stay frozen.
Crip Keeper.
Walking through a dark line.
DJK.
Archive open.
Kids don't rock.
Lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. Lives stay frozen. TJK. TJK. Crip Keeper.
Point, LeBron had certain holes in his game. And we had an all-star coaching staff. We had Rick Carlisle. We had Dwayne Casey, who ended up being coach of the year. He was running our defense. We had Terry Stotts, who had some great years in Portland. And they came together with this incredible game plan. They were like, listen, guys, this is what LeBron James shoots from the field in the playoffs. It was like 57% or something like that. They said, this is what he shoots. And they circled it outside of 15 feet. 15 feet on in, he shot a certain percentage. But outside of that, they were like, yo, he shoots like 20%. So they're like, everything is about packing the paint. We don't care about what no one else do. We got to be boxes, elbows, and we going under screens. We got to be tight. Everything was about keeping him out the lane. And it was like, well, what about if we see D? Listen, we respect D Wade. He's the head of the snake. Chris Bosh. If we got to leave somebody wide open, we got to make that lane look cluttered because we have to stop that guy. Everything we had was about not letting LeBron dominate from 15 feet on in. And we also knew we could guard him with smaller players because at that point in his career, he didn't like to post up.
Right.
He would almost like post up just to appease people. Like he would go down there and he'd do it and then he'd go right back to the perimeter. And so we're like, yo, he's not going to post up all day. Like one of the key components in that series is we pulled Sean Marion off of LeBron James and put him on D Wade because D Wade was posting up J Kidd and giving us a very hard. D Wade had a hell of a series. And so we had to put Sean on him to slow him down. And that's how we started getting the mismatches where we had the smaller guys on LeBron because we were like, yo, let's see if he's going to post up. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do it. And then on the flip side, he was being forced to chase Jason Terry around screens, and that's the best way to attack LeBron. Off the dribble, nah, you're not going nowhere. But off them screens, don't nobody want to chase nobody around the screen and back around. And like, nah. So like, I think all of that, I think the pressure, it being his first year in Miami, I think everything just kind of snowballed. The scouting report, how dialed in we were, the pressure, and that's not the LeBron I'm used to seeing.
Right.
17 points that game, I think he was in that series. Bron probably ain't averaged 17 points a game over a 5-game stretch since middle school.
Right.
And so, like, I think our coaching staff did a great job. All the guys on the team were dialed in. And I think mentally it kind of crept into his head. And for the first time, he doubted himself. But I will say this. He came back a better player after that series. And year by year, all the things that we were able to exploit, I saw him get better at every last thing. He started posting up more. He started getting better from 3. He started getting better from outside of 15 feet. I'm just glad he wasn't that in 2011. I needed that ring.
There you go.
Use promo code TFU10 for 10% off at checkout.
At that point, LeBron had certain holes in his.
There we go, y'all, man. Y'all heard it, man. Let me go ahead and get y'all up here to cook, man. We're going to be talking about this, the first topic of the day, what Brendan Haywood had to say about LeBron James in 2011. Man, I think that type of information, that's elite information, man. Let me go ahead and bring y'all up to cook, man. I see there's a lot of y'all in here. Man, but you know what? Before we get started, y'all, I think that might be the song of the year, man. Hey, Johnny, I think your Crip Keeper song might be the song of the year, man.
Peace and blessings, Lamar. Was good, man. I was listening to it, man. I told you I was trying to make one myself, but I like that one. You got to send that one to me too, man. I told you I'm working on this Esther Jeffrey Cemetery album. That's what we're working on this year, so we about to get it going, man. Oh, this is great. I'm glad you found that film of Brandon Haywood saying what he said, because trust me, this is a discussion. We talked. You remember we said yesterday? Not yesterday, but the last live, right? Mm-hmm. Talking strategy, right? Talking basketball. Score Society said we don't want to talk the GOAT debate. We want to talk strategy. That's the real hoops. So we about to talk strategy tonight. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great.
I like what he said, man. He said that we had a superstar coaching staff. I've never heard a player say that. And when he talked about, and even when he named the names, these are all elite defensive-minded coaches, right? And we wonder why they were able to come up with a defensive game plan to not just stop Kobe, they shut Kobe down, right? They were able to stifle Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, right? We saw what they did to my Blazers, and then we saw what they did to LeBron James. And it was built around completely selling out. We don't care about D Wade. We don't care about Chris Bosh. If we allow, remember when we were talking to Dookie about allowing guys into the paint, you know how Dookie was saying hard double when he dribbles? When you look at what Dallas was saying, they can't even let you get to your dribble. We can't even let you get there. If you start dribbling, it might be over with. The goal needs to be to keep you out of the paint. Right? You never want to let a great player in the paint. That's the worst place for a great player to be. And that's the worst place to be trying to defend. And so, I mean, you got to give credit to this coaching staff and then listen to the adjustment. The adjustment was D Wade started killing us because of the mismatch. So they put Sean Marion on D Wade, the smaller defenders on Bron. Everybody's still loaded up in the box on LeBron. But they said that LeBron James in 2011, that version of LeBron just wasn't the version of LeBron that we saw in 2012 and 2013 and then going on forward. And so they basically made him go get in the lab over the summer and add a whole bunch of stuff to his game because they had a defensive game plan, using all 5 players, once again, similar to San Antonio, to stop him. That's why I had that image up there to start the screen. All 5 guys plus the coaching staff with kryptonite, all facing LeBron James. you the person we have to stop. And so that's why, when we hear these casuals run around saying that D Wade was the best player on that team, you can typically identify the best player on the team based on who the other team is actually trying to stop. If they don't care about you, you're not the best player. If their entire defensive scheme is built around stopping you, you're the best player. We got DG saying excuses, excuses, excuses. The problem with basketball, DG, is that basketball is not black and white. There's a reason for everything. This is not excuses. This is called giving Dallas credit for a hell of a defensive series. All players lose. There's a reason why they lose. Those reasons typically deal with the other team. When Jordan lost to the Pistons, it's because the other team. I don't know why y'all say excuses. This is basketball. If there was no such thing as a reason why you lost in basketball, then once you lose, you would never have a solution. Coaches would never try to go to the drawing board to make nothing better. The reason why you lose, the things that you call excuses, are what you take to go get better. How would LeBron James have known to go get better in the post, go get better at the three-point line if it wasn't for this Dallas series? Y'all got to stop acting like y'all talking to a 5-year-old kid who's giving y'all excuses when you're one of y'all badass kids giving y'all excuses for stealing the Snickers out CVS. That's an excuse. Even if his excuse is you ain't got no money, you couldn't buy it for me. It's like, that's an excuse that's unexcusable. You don't be running around stealing even if I ain't got $1.95 to buy Snickers. We talking basketball, y'all. This is what basketball is, man. What's good, y'all? What y'all got on this? Salute to Olo, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up here, JJ. We got Nick, Tig Clacks, man. Salute to everybody here. We got Dream Does, man. We haven't seen Dream in a while. What's good, man?
That man said everybody name, but inside, all right.
Oh, my bad. I ain't see you inside.
That's for calling him a scammer, nigga.
I like what Brandon Haywood.
That's the next song coming out. That's the next song coming out.
When he says that LeBron got better after the failure that 2011 was, isn't that something that Michael Jordan, even himself, but Michael Jordan fans say that makes Michael Jordan so great is that his failures, he got so much better off of his failures. Michael Jordan himself says stuff like that. So when he's saying that LeBron, like in that interview, he's like, well, LeBron got better at everything after the 2011. Isn't that greatness then right there? Like, can't we admit that that's greatness?
I like how he pointed out the mismatches that they attacked. Like, and what they did and how they talked about how they made LeBron run around screens, like, because a lot of times when people talk about 2011, they make it seem like LeBron was a shell of himself and he choked, but they don't talk about the game plan of the other team. So I like that. And I'll give Johnny some flowers, because months ago, before I ever saw this video just now, a lot of what he just said, I heard on this panel before. So shout out Go James for that.
And I'm not even gonna lie. Before Johnny, I had always just kind of sold out to the idea that 2011 was a choke job, and I never really looked into it. And then once I started looking into it, I'm like, man, it is. There are some other elements at play. And then I actually forgot Kobe got swept by the same team. So when you start digging into it, I'm like, damn, this might be one of the best defensive playoff teams that we've ever seen.
And that OKC team failed against them too. Like, that Dallas team was good, but like, you know what people make it seem like? And I've had this conversation so many times, like, you got to break down the actual scheme of the film of what's going down, because they're acting like LeBron's guarding either Barea or Jason Terry one-on-one, and they're doing the same thing the whole time. That's not what's going on at all. There's an entire scheme built around, hey, we're going to put this little guy on him, but we're also going to have all the help in the world to make sure he can't move off of this little guy. Because if he does, he's got to make a reaction, right? And LeBron's making passes. He's making right plays. And if Dwyane Wade is the best player, if that's the narrative that we're going to go with on that team, then why is Dwyane Wade not the one getting all the crucifixion and LeBron is the fall guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless went on television the next day and told the world LeBron choked. That LeBron didn't step up because he doesn't know how to break down film. And then the next year he kept reiterating, even after the Heat won, he still was saying LeBron didn't have these abilities. Those are all false. LeBron, What he said about LeBron couldn't shoot outside of 15 feet, false. Okay, this guy is a part of the North Carolina club with Michael Jordan, Zesty Jeffrey Coolidge. Okay, he said some things that, like I said, I told y'all before, everything was focused on stopping LeBron. They didn't care about nobody else. The Heat, in return, saw that strategy and said, yeah, keep being the decoy, LeBron. We're going to use Dwyane Wade to win this NBA Finals. Dwyane Wade couldn't get them over that hump. So like y'all said, yes, Dwyane Wade should get the bulk of the blame. But at the end of the day, I don't remember Sean Merriman sticking Dwyane Wade. We can watch film if we want to on Game 4 and see if they were putting Sean Merriman on Dwyane Wade, because I don't remember that. I do not remember that. Now, there were times that the Heat got switches and LeBron James ended up with someone like a Jason Kidd or JJ Barrera on him. But that was a mistake. That wasn't a game plan. Like how he made it seem like they were willing to just let LeBron James have a small man on him. And again, and this idea that LeBron James didn't know how to post up was also false. I mean, again, these are all false things. We watched LeBron James post up when he was in Cleveland early on.
Yes, we did.
Playoffs, 2006 playoffs, 2007 playoffs, 2008 playoffs. This man could get on the post, man.
But this guy Herm says something in your comments that just sticks with me, where he's like, Dwyane Wade had the best defender on the Mavs guarding him, bro. That's like one-on-one, whereas you're trying to make it out to be that LeBron's not being guarded by a good defender, where you're not understanding the scheme was 5-on-1 damn near at that point. The whole defense moves where LeBron moves. That's the difference.
No. Now remember he said LeBron James shot 20% or something like that outside of 15 feet in the playoffs. A lie. Mm-hmm. LeBron James shot 36.7% outside of 15.
What he said was, and because I want to be fair to him, what he said was, he said the coaching staff showed them certain zones outside of 15 feet. Now, I don't know if all of those zones were included beyond the 3-point line. I think they found for certain, because Mark Cuban talked about this when he was talking to Skip Bayless. He said they identified specific spots on the court where if they kept LeBron confined in these areas, he struggled in these zones. So I think they had picked out certain zones where they said, you know what, let's just try it out. If he's struggling in these zones by the numbers, let's just play to the numbers. Now, I don't think it was all of the perimeter. I still think there were areas on the perimeter or spots on the court where they said, hell no, we don't want him over there shooting the ball. I think there were very specific spots, and that's what Brendan Haywood said. He said there were spots. And I don't think he said everything beyond 15 feet. But
okay, no, I would agree with you. I do agree with you. Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you there. That part I agree with you because Mark Cuban did state that. He said that when LeBron dribbles left, he was more likely to pull up for a jumper in these spots in certain areas of the court, and they knew that and understood that. So they understood his tendencies more than anything. What he does when he dribbles right, what he does dribble left, what he does on certain spots of the floor. So that I do agree with you. But he did bring up the percentages. Like I said, he said outside of 15 feet, wanted to keep outside of 15 feet. But like I said, in the gist of everything that he was saying, he literally said LeBron James was the main focus. He was not going to dominate us. We didn't care what nobody else did. And again, if LeBron James joins the Miami Heat to not be in the same position he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is everything is on me, even though I'm having everything game plan towards me, then what was the point of joining Miami? That was the point of actually joining Miami, was to let Dwyane Wade take over and do those moments, because they're doing everything to stop me. Like, they're not letting me do anything that I can do well for us to win. The only thing I can do is ball facilitate, which if you go watch the film, you're gonna see LeBron James made all the right plays and guys just bricked or made bad passes or didn't execute or take advantage of it.
But it makes sense what you're saying with these zones, though, because there's red zones and blue zones. Like, you know what I mean? Like the percentages fall or they rise, where there's a lot of these really famous pictures in that finals where LeBron James has his back to a defender around the baseline. That's one of his favorite places to be. He can make so many moves off that. That's where he likes to do his midi, is right around the baseline. So you ever notice that once he gets on that baseline, he gets the ball right there, they start to move the defense. I'm not going to say like a full double team, but it's almost like they're trying to trap him into forcing the ball out of his hands from that part of the court. So like when he's on the top, the defense is different. Mm-hmm. But when he's on the baseline, they don't want him to have the ball right there, clearly.
No, they'll put somebody on the baseline. No, they'll put somebody on the baseline and somebody on the elbow. You'll see that all the time with LeBron James. They're always zoning up versus LeBron James because you have no choice, but you can't really double him because doubling LeBron leaves somebody open. He's gonna destroy you again. When you make a mistake, LeBron is going to destroy you. We just heard the OKC Thunder say the same thing. It's like, bro, playing LeBron, you can't make no mistakes. And Lamont talked about that when we were watching film in 2007. How as soon as the San Antonio Spurs made a mistake, LeBron James took complete advantage of it.
And burned them
every time.
Yep, burned them
every time.
You got to be
every
perfect.
time.
You got to be perfect. That's why you got to give Dallas credit because that's what LeBron has shown us that if you're not perfect in these, because these are very risky schemes. I mean, it's like schemes. You have a breakdown, the seas are gonna open up, and you got Tim Duncan getting dunked on. You got people, you giving up all types of crazy shots and stuff. So, yeah, I mean. That's how good LeBron is, but that's just a testament to how good a one player is. Where you have, remember, he said a superstar coaching staff. This superstar coaching staff was not worried about D Wade, who probably was the top 10 player in the league. They weren't worried about a Chris Bosh, who probably was a top 20 player in the league. They was worried about one man, LeBron James. And that just tells you what level of player you're dealing with. So while people try to use 2011 to kill him, tear him down, man, oh man.
I think another thing too is the pace of play that the Miami Heat had success with during the season. It changed in the finals because the Mavericks slowed them down, so they didn't get as many opportunities in transition either. That counts. Like that affects the game.
But that's what a zone does. A zone makes you slow down. Like I remember a couple times this year. I kept wondering this year, right? Where I was like, why do teams keep trying to run zone on us? Like. Damn, it got annoying, but it slows the game down and it at least gives them a respectable chance to stay in the game. And a couple teams stayed in the game because of it. And so, yeah, zones will just because they make you have to pass. You can't run your normal man sets.
You got to move the ball.
Harder to go one-on-one. Yeah, you got to really move the ball. So now you're going to start requiring guys that typically don't do scoring or a lot of scoring. You're going to have to go to these guys to be scorers. And that's what really happens. And that's why Dallas has success because when you're trying to ask Joel Anthony and some of these guys to make open layups, it's just not looking that good.
Well, it's kind of like a quarterback when they're playing man-to-man true up and you got Devontae Adams on the side, he can do a slant, you can throw it within 0.5 seconds. Whereas if they're playing a full zone, you got to wait for the zone for your offense to develop within the zone, right? It's kind of like basketball where of course you're going to move the ball around. You're going to take more time because you're going to find that pocket in the zone where you get your good shot off. Whereas if you're man-to-man, I mean, if my guy's going to cook your guy, then he's going to go for it. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it.
And, I don't think LeBron played on a team with a good high post playmaker. He was always the best high post playmaker on his team. So when a team runs zone and he's the primary ball handler, if there's not another player that could make something happen, it's tough. It's tough.
No, it was just as simple, man. The Heat did not say we're going to break Dallas's defense. They said, oh, this is the perfect defense for Dwyane Wade to go off in. So that's why I keep telling y'all the game plan was never for LeBron James to break the Dallas defense. It was to allow Dwyane Wade to take advantage of that.
Yeah, it was like LeBron's not going to beat us. Someone else has to.
Remember, he said we would leave. He said we're leaving anybody wide open.
Yeah,
he said we don't care. We can leave anybody else wide open if it means staying zoned up on LeBron. Like, do you know how, as a basketball player, just seeing that play after play after play, you see that, dang, these fools are willing to leave D Wade, a top 10 player in the league, open just to be focused on me. And ultimately starts to bother you. But you have people like Willie and some of these other guys in the chat, they say that LeBron was supposed to figure that out. He's supposed to drive into these double teams, triple teams. He's supposed to jump over all of them, dunk the basketball. He's supposed to shoot a fadeaway over 2 and 3 defenders, fade away and make the shot every single time. And it's just like, man, the standards that y'all be putting on these players. Right?
Doesn't this kind of sound like why Michael Jordan was protesting for the zone not to be in the NBA? And not only that, it kind of sounds like even though Tim Duncan sits there in an interview and says the same thing in 2007, like, bro, we were using our zone to go 5-on-1 basically. He's more so talking about a 4-on-1 right there and leave a roamer. But regardless, even though that Tim Duncan explains that, people still sit there and go, nah, LeBron should have done more. It's like, bro, he's giving you the context that LeBron couldn't do that because of what they were doing. They were putting everybody on him.
Yeah, 2007 is wild to hold against LeBron, in my opinion. But
well, where's LeBron's Dwyane Wade or Chris Bosh in 2007? That's even worse. Who's LeBron giving the ball to at that point?
people tell me I'm crazy, but to me, age matters. Like, and nigga's 22 years old, man. Like, man. There's certain situations you haven't seen when you're 22 years old. Going against
it could be easily. It's easily understood when you just could understand how the Cleveland Cavaliers played and how the Spurs defended it. It's just that simple. The Cavaliers' offense wasn't that great. It was predicated on LeBron James. They needed a ball facilitator so that LeBron could play off the ball. They didn't have that. You can't give the ball to Eric Snow. They didn't want to play Eric Snow. You don't have a Larry Hughes. You only have Boobie Gibson out there. So LeBron James now has to be not only your play maker, but now he still has to find his shot. And everything is geared towards him. And it was very easy. We slow down LeBron. You slow down everything. Elgauskas don't want to post up. Elgauskas not just don't want to post up, but he ain't posting up. He ain't taking advantage of nothing. Nobody's taking advantage of anything. Yeah, the whole team is shooting bad, and that's how you lose. And you have nobody to guard Tony Parker. You definitely don't have nobody to keep Tim Duncan in check. And you, as a team, you have to keep Tim Duncan in check as a team. So it leaves guys like Tony Parker open and Ginobili and all these other dudes to be able to take advantage of. That wasn't that hard to understand. Like, we all knew it then. That's why I tell you, these are all new people. All the stuff that y'all hear is stuff that has been regurgitated in the last like 5 to 10 years about what's going on with 2007 and all this other nonsense. Man, when LeBron lost in 2007. Just like Tim Duncan said, man, this league's going to be yours for a good time. Thank you for not being ready now, because you might not see it after this. Just like we're looking at women right now.
I mean, we might be talking different if it was 2013 LeBron in that 2007 series. I'm not saying necessarily that the Cavs are going to win, but like if you saw dominance like in 2013, that kind of LeBron in the 2007 series, we might be having a lot different conversations right now.
Yeah, but
you got to remember, after the Dallas series, the Heat created an offense for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's no coincidence that Dwyane Wade goes to LeBron and goes, "Hey, if we're gonna win, you got to be the guy." And then here comes LeBron destroying shit. Like, just saying.
But Nick, much easier to be the guy when you bring your zone busters in, because in 2012 they didn't just tell him to go be the guy under the same circumstances. They also brought in personnel to make sure no one else could deploy that type of strategy without getting significantly punished. Right? They won't allow his play. If he's going to play make, he's going to play make to guys we know can make the shots, not guys that Dallas can trust to miss it a lot. And they brought cavalry in. That's what you're supposed to do. Again, that's why LeBron went to Miami, because if it didn't work the first year, they damn well made sure that it was going to work the second year. Cleveland never did that. Cleveland never tried to bring in a team. If it didn't work, they never tried to retool. Right? When it was time to sign players, they let good players like Carlos Boozer walk. Right? When it was time to make trades, they didn't force the issue and go get Amari Stoudemire. Right? They just stood pat. They never tried to change. That's why you got to respect Pat Riley and what the Miami Heat did. That's why LeBron went there.
The Cavs kind of brought in like older players that they thought still had juice, and they tried to squeeze the last drop out of them, and it just never worked out.
Antoine James.
There was multiple of these motherfuckers, bro. Like they tried, but they tried in the wrong way, because let's be honest, the Cavs are an inept franchise. The Heat are like Pat Riley knows what he's doing. I think we all know that.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you're gonna leave Cleveland to go to Miami. Like I hate when people fault him for that. Like, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to be Damian Lillard and sit on the Portland Trailblazers forever? And then all of a sudden you're like 38 years old and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should go to a better team. Like, nah.
Thank you.
They don't even respect Damian Lillard for that.
No, they don't. They say he's a loser. That's what they call him. They call him a loser.
Nobody gives Damian Lillard this enormous amount of credit for staying on the Trailblazers for so long.
They call him a
Instead,
loser.
You
just
don't
like
get
Olo
cool
said,
points for that
he's a
shit.
loser now. He's not Steph Curry. He's not Kyrie Irving. He's not these guys because he's a loser. And it's like,
that's why,
Kyrie,
Nick, that's why they wanted him to stay in Cleveland. Because if he stays in
so they call him a
Cleveland,
loser.
he can never win. Like, they want these players today to stay in situations where they know maybe you might luck up and win one, but you damn sure ain't never going to come close to winning what Jordan did. They get mad when these players,
number one.
These players become their own GMs. They say, look, this is how you know these players today are competitive, because they're not sitting in bad situations where, again, these Zesty Jeffries, they will never call out a GM by name. They will never call out front offices by name. When these front offices do nothing like, did any of these Zesty Jeffries, right? Even we can even go to we can even go call out hardcore Memphis fans. Where were the hardcore Memphis fans when they completely fired the coach right before the playoffs? They trade Jaren Jackson for next to nothing, right? You trade, you give away your sniper for next to nothing to Orlando. Where, and then now you're at the bottom of the NBA again, and then now Ja Morant sitting in no man's land. Now you're looking to trade him, and now they're about to go back to the bottom of the NBA. They've been a horrible front office, but fans will say Ja Morant choked. They'll say
Ja Morant's in purgatory right now. But you know what? Memphis is gonna give him up. Like, watch, like they're gonna blame him for everything. And I know he did a lot of dumb shit.
It's not about Memphis in and of itself. I'm just talking about front offices that do dumb things, and fans will run around and say a player choked when the front office creates an environment where this player cannot win. Nikola Jokic last year, you fire his coach right before the and then say he chokes in the playoffs. That you cannot.
Thank you.
What are you supposed to do?
Thank you.
But not only that, you kept your interim coach after that, and you let Mike Malone leave in like right when they were heating up too. Like, I thought that was the weirdest transition I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen that before. A team that has championship aspirations in that same year, and you just throw away Mike Malone like right before the shit goes down.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making. Is just that we have to look at these players as individuals before we look at them as a team, because as Gilbert Arenas even said, players do not control winning and losing the way y'all think they do. You can luck up and get drafted to the right team and get put in the right place at the right time and win. You might get the short end of the stick, and you might go to one of the worst franchises in the league. How are we to expect you to win? Do you think SGA, if he doesn't luck up and get traded to OKC, what are the conversations about SGA going to be right now? Because he don't win nothing.
What has the Clippers done since 2020?
No, but I'm saying, when something lucky happens that changes the trajectory of your career, right? We'll give you credit for what you do when you're there, but again, this is another reason why. Like, would these same fans give SGA credit if he was still a Clipper and losing? No.
But SGA wouldn't be SGA if he stayed on the Clippers.
I don't know that. I'm presuming if he does. Like, what I'm saying is, I know the Clippers are a losing franchise that makes losing moves. They're not going to do like OKC. You know,
nope.
OKC's been a winning franchise. They had a big three, tore it down, got a new big three. Like, they're a great franchise. But that's the organization. That's the organization. They went and traded for a lottery pick for next to nothing. That's the organization making those moves.
Well, you're saying Sam Presti's done a great job. He's one of the better builders in this league.
The Warriors were like that for a while too. There was a lot of good. The Spurs have been like that. Do you think it's by accident the Spurs are back good again?
No.
You don't accidentally get good.
Them letting Pop be.
It's not about the Spurs or what they're letting anybody do. This is about just organizations dictating winning and losing. They know how to build back up to be a champion. There are just certain organizations that have no clue how to win. And if a great player gets stuck on that team, who are we to run around and call them chokers and losers and X, Y, and Z when they never hold the organization's feet to the fire?
Right. But you would agree, right, that letting Pop be part of management after he was done coaching, like, that's just a great move. Like,
that all
San Antonio
goes into
is
them
looking
being
to
a good
continue.
organization.
No.
That just
100%.
ties into them. San Antonio again, there are certain organizations that make dumb moves. The Chicago Bulls over the last couple of years. Why do you think they just fired their GM and president? Well, these dudes are complete buffoons. They have no idea what they're doing. They're making bad move after bad move after. It got to the point. It got to a point this year where they had all point guards and shooting guards on the team.
Yeah.
Like not to beat a dead horse, but like MJ when he owned Charlotte, like, bro, was that just not horrible management? Like, completely horrible management. The second that Michael sells the team, all of a sudden you start seeing some glimmer of light. Like, they look way more promising right now immediately.
Hold on, we got a couple people in the chat. Timo in the chat says this is cap. I want to know what's cap about organizations having more control than players. What's cap about that? If organizations, like for example, the Jordan and the Bulls could have pushed for a 4-peat. One man in the organization essentially said, "Hell no, we ain't pushing for no 4-peat." Jordan had no control over it. Nobody had it. None of these guys had control over nothing. Though. He said the prompt is cap. But you got to come up here. The prompt is up here for people to come up and actually engage in the conversation.
I mean, we all seen what happened. Jerry Krause wanted to be bigger than
Jerry
MJ.
Krause,
Let's
though.
be
They know
honest.
Jerry Krause.
Jerry Krause wanted to be bigger than MJ, though. Like, that's what happened. They had a ego fight.
Yeah, but
Jordan was like disrespectful to him.
It's not, but I don't want to make it about Jordan or anything. I think the conversation is just about the organization. That's it. It's not. We're going to get to Jordan later. We have another Jordan topic we can pull up. The main thing is that we have to look at who a player is, irregardless of winning and losing. Right? Look at Dame. Like, how do we rank Dame? If he did everything that the Zesty Jeffrey say you're supposed to do, you stay loyal, you stay with one team. That shit didn't work out. Giannis is doing the same thing now. He's staying loyal. I mean, because they call LeBron James's 10 years in LA a failure. LeBron James literally has the same accomplishments that Giannis has for his entire career in Milwaukee. Does that mean Giannis is a failure? If LeBron getting to 2 conference finals,
Jokic
winning 1 championship is a failure, then Giannis getting to 2 conference finals and winning 1 championship is a failure. Then Jokic, hold on one second.
I don't think that's why they say that, though.
Then Jokic in 11 years, hold on one second. Then Jokic in 11 years is a failure because he has 2 conference finals and 1 championship. If that's what I'm saying, people are willing to come to the most asinine, silly conclusions just because the name is LeBron.
I think it's about being a Laker great.
No, it's not because Timo. The problem with that logic. Okay, so the problem with that logic is if we go with the standard that the Zesty Jeffries present, which hold on, let me finish what I'm saying, so you can at least Timo. I don't want to mute, but you can never know what I'm thinking. Hold on, you can never know what I'm thinking if you don't hear a full sentence. This is not a Zesty Jeffrey live. I'm gonna let you talk, but you gotta hear. You gotta hear first. If you can't, okay. But my guy, if you don't know the foundation of what we do over here, then you're just gonna act like a Zesty Jeffrey and be out of pocket. So understand, my guy. Look, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm not here to mute you. I want to hear you talk, but you gotta hear what we're saying so we can have a conversation. I'm not here to argue like Willie wants to do. What I'm saying is, when we talk about these players, man. I just think we just missed the entire point, man. I even lost track of my whole thought frame because we have to get to. Yeah, we got Zesty interrupted. But hold on, it'll come back to me. Hold on. It'll come back to me. While it comes back to me, I'm gonna let Timo cook. I'm gonna let Timo
Nick and Lil Ugly dude. Go ahead, Lamar.
Hey, what do you gotta say, man?
Oh, I know what I was about to say. I did remember. So the Zesty Jeffrey logic, you guys, and this was for Timo. If we go off Zesty Jeffrey logic of being undefeated in the finals, well, LeBron accomplished that as a Laker. He's undefeated in the finals as a Laker. So if being undefeated in the finals is a standard, how is he not a Laker great? That's your turn. Timo.
Your turn to talk. Zesty Timo. Your turn to talk.
So basically, it's not about just him being there. It's about putting him in the top with them greats. Like, Laker fans expect greatness. They expect more than 1 championship from you. They expect you to do some great shit for them, not just go there, win 1 championship, and be there for the rest of the years. Like, no, we expect some great shit to happen.
You say that like you're a Laker fan. Are you a Laker fan? Are you a Laker fan?
Yeah, I'm a Laker fan.
Your name is Timu, not Laker fan. I'm talking about you.
Okay.
So as a Laker fan, you know what I expect is not to win 20 games a season with Kobe Bryant on a fell wear tour. What I expect is for when LeBron gets here to at least get us over the hump. Hold on. You talked. I expect LeBron to get us over that hump, win us that championship. So without LeBron, we don't have AD. Without AD, we don't have Luka. Luka's the future. So without LeBron, none of this is possible. I expect the Lakers to move forward with a future, and that's what LeBron did. So
cook him, Nick.
What? That didn't make no type of sense.
Get him, Nick.
How does that not make sense?
Get him,
It didn't
Nick.
make no type of sense.
It made a whole
Can
lot
someone
of
tell
sense.
me how it doesn't make sense?
Yeah, at the end of the day,
Nick.
what LeBron James did was great. Guys like Magic and Kareem need each other to be great Lakers. Guys like Kobe and Shaq need each other to be great Lakers. LeBron didn't have that, right? If we're talking about Jerry West, we're talking about. I mean, I've heard guys say that Derek Fisher's a greater Laker. Paul Gasol's a greater Laker than LeBron James. Like these are like James Worthy is a greater Laker than LeBron James. Like none of these guys are better than LeBron. Will
James Worthy is a better Laker than LeBron James. He's greater.
Why? For what?
Come on, man. Y'all got the LeBron lock.
Zesty team.
No, y'all got the
I'm
LeBron
just
lock
asking you,
going
Timo,
right.
what
So
did
James Worthy ain't a greater Laker than LeBron James?
No.
Yeah, no, it's over. It's over.
Okay,
Is Kobe Bryant a better Laker than LeBron James? Is Magic Johnson a better Laker than LeBron James?
Yes, he is. Yes, Magic James is.
You got Magic,
Kobe Bryant.
I didn't mention
Kobe.
those guys. I told you, those guys. Okay,
Yeah, you want to
I told you
nitpick who you
Kobe
want to
needed
talk
Shaq to be
about.
there.
That's what you want to do.
Kobe, Kobe needed. No, I told you I didn't nitpick. I said Kobe needed Shaq to do that. Magic needed Kareem to do that. LeBron had Anthony Davis, who was hurt most of the time. So again, we're talking about what LeBron James had. We're talking about guys like a James Worthy. No, we're talking about James Worthy. How is James Worthy a greater Laker than LeBron?
Please explain.
Wasn't James Worthy part of what? How many championships? Oh,
so being a third option, a part of a championship team, is better than a guy who won you a championship.
Just like LeBron won.
That's what I'm saying. But LeBron got a finals. Okay, but LeBron got a finals MVP. LeBron
and
got
what
8-time
else?
All-Star,
What else he do?
More than
He ain't been back. James Worthy was part of helping them get back.
All NBA team. Hold on, wait.
What?
No, what you mean helping them get back? Where they won 2 championships?
What do you mean helping them get back?
What are you talking about?
James
The
Worthy
Lakers won every decade. What are you talking
about?
about helping them get back?
Hold on. Let Timo. Hold on. That way.
Championships.
Hold on. Let. I
No,
want to hear.
he's not letting me.
Hold on, go James. You finish,
he
and
didn't
then we
let
go to
me
Timo.
tell
But
what-
people
what-
keep chiming in, messing the conversation up.
Yeah,
This Timo and go James, y'all.
Because now listen. He's basically giving James Worthy credit for winning 3 championships alongside Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, being a third option, basically, right? He has the one Finals MVP list. So does LeBron James. But LeBron James has 8 All-Stars, 7 All-NBAs as a Laker. James Worthy only has 7 All-Stars and 2 All-NBAs as a Laker. LeBron James also won the inaugural NBA Cup championship plus the inaugural Cup MVP as a Laker.
Championship.
Went to the finals. There's a banner. It's there.
I
You're
got
not a Laker fan. Okay, so bye. Leave. Exactly. You're not a winner. These people don't like winning. He said winning is about greatness and winning. Then here comes something that revolves around winning, and he doesn't want to give it credit. These are the first. Like I keep telling you guys, the first people to discredit winning are the people that tell you it's all about winning. They're the first.
Can I ask you guys real quick? How what I said didn't make sense? Like, I don't appreciate winning 20 games a season. What I do appreciate is LeBron. Like, I'm not even a LeBron fan. That's not my favorite player, but I appreciate him coming to the Lakers and saving us in multiple capacities, creating without LeBron, there's no AD. Without AD, there's no Luka. Without Luka, there's really no future moving forward. I don't know what we'd be doing at this point. So I actually appreciate everything LeBron did. Like, absolutely, as a Laker.
And James Worthy was complimentary.
No, again, he's nobody's saying LeBron was a greater Laker than Kobe, a greater Laker than Magic.
Well, he's not. We know
a greater
that.
Laker than Kareem, a greater Laker than Shaq.
He's
right?
the
Greater
greatest
Laker than
Cav
Mikey,
ever.
right? We didn't say that, right? Right? But again, what makes Jerry West a greater Laker than LeBron James? Is it longevity? Because he played longer with the Lakers than LeBron James did, right? What is it? Like what is it that he did? That's what I'm saying. So exactly, those guys Jerry West got 1 championship. Elgin Baylor has 0 championships. So it's because they have longevity as Lakers that they're better than LeBron James as a Laker. Again, like I said, they're the first people to discredit winning, and this is why they can say LeBron James never achieved nothing, because they don't count nothing that LeBron James achieved. They like to ignore it. The man has more All-Stars and All NBAs than James Worthy. James Worthy was on the Lakers for 13 years.
I mean, Johnny, you're going back to like the 2016 shit that they talk about. Well, you know, Draymond Green got suspended for that one game, and Andrew Bogut got hurt, and all. It's like, bro. First of all, LeBron put 40 on Draymond the very next game, so like that logic's out the fucking window. And Andrew Bogut, you really think that he's gonna stop He's playing what 22 minutes a game? He's not this 38-minute player that's creating this dramatic change in the game. So like, it's the same logic. It's over and over the same logic for LeBron. He's not allowed to do anything great ever.
Willie said something interesting.
Not to mention he broke the all-time.
My bad.
I don't think that's
Johnny.
Willie, but I think that's a fake Willie.
Is that a fake Willie?
Hacked his account.
Yeah, I think that's a fake Willie.
I think it's a fake old cheese too.
I think so. Yeah, he been saying some wild stuff.
No, it is Willie, because earlier he said that
it's
Muggsy Bogues is better than Michael Jordan, so he's just trolling.
I'll click on the page. Let me
That's
see.
not him. Yeah, the page is like 3 followers or something.
No, this page has 161.
That's not him.
That's the real Willie, man.
That's not him.
I think he's
just
just
clicked it.
trolling.
He's following 400 people.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different ones. I already looked at it because he said what the Willie here said that they vision them be paying him to defend Jordan on live.
No, but he says he's following 161 people, but he has 400 something.
Well, wait a minute, Johnny, is he lying?
I mean, that'd be crazy if they really are paying.
Well, they're not paying.
I know. I'm
paying no money.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe he'll pull up if he's real, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like I said, Lamont, when I saw that, like Derek Fisher, how is Derek Fisher a greater Laker than LeBron James?
Well,
I don't know, man.
I was hoping that Timo could explain it. I guess he said he's a Laker fan.
Timo.
Or Pau Gasol. Or Pau Gasol. Why? Because Pau Gasol won one more championship. Pau Gasol played for the Lakers from what? 08, half the season. So what? 2012, 2013, he left.
Derek Fisher's 9 points per game as the 7th option on the team and the second playmaker on the team.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Well, I just don't like how he went and he just nitpicked with the cup and he didn't talk about the gap in all NBA years. He just completely went past that to go talk about a cup, which is, by the way, is winning.
And ran.
But we can't. But here's the thing, y'all, and I always tell them this. They can't try to discredit the cup because we all know if LeBron would have lost the cup championship, they would have used it against him. So there's no sense of pretending that it don't count. Like the fact that they pretend and laugh, we all know that if he would have lost in that cup championship game, they would have vilified him for it. He just won a game that the NBA scheduled. LeBron didn't schedule the game. The NBA set it up. The NBA scheduled it. He went out and won it. Give credit where credit is due. I mean, they act like
what I thought was funny.
It's crazy.
What I thought was funny was Knicks fans were agreeing with us Lakers fans all of a sudden this year. They're like, yo, like, did you see that we won the cup? And I was like, oh, so you guys are on the same boat now, right? The cup is cool, right? You know what I mean?
No, not only that. Not only that. If the Knicks and the Spurs make the NBA Finals, they were the two teams that played in the Cup championship game.
Why does nobody talk about how in the Cup championship there was a cash prize of $800,000? And most
everybody gets paid more for winning that thing too. So like they do want to win it.
It was $800,000. Now people try to discredit it because it just be
like, but they won the inaugural one though. And that's not just they just won one. Again, the Lakers were the first team to win it. Like that's gonna go down in history. Who was the first team to win the first NBA Cup? Oh, it was the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what he's talking about. What did he apply? Exactly. What did he help the Lakers in greatness? And he says all about holding to a standard. Without LeBron James, they're not winning it. The NBA still would have had an NBA Cup in 2023 without LeBron James being on the Lakers, and they wouldn't have won it, so they wouldn't have had the inaugural Cup championship.
Hey, can I ask you guys this? Maybe this is controversial, but are you guys gonna be mad at me if I say this? Where I actually thought us revealing the banner for the Cup championship that first year, I thought it was kind of corny. That's just me. I don't know.
That sounds stupid. Why is it corny?
Why is it corny?
It's a championship.
I just don't think it's like banner worthy. Like I don't know. Like
all championships are banner worthy.
Is a division championship not banner worthy either? By that logic,
I don't think the Lakers put up division banners, do they?
Just in general, is a division championship banner worthy?
In the NBA, I don't know.
Hold on, but Nick, they do put those banners somewhere.
Do they?
Like, So if you look, so again, they don't put all banners in crypto, but they do put banners in the facilities. They'll put banners in the practice gym. So if you've ever been to the Lakers practice facility, those banners are all hanging up. Everything that they've accomplished is hanging somewhere in the facilities, in the stadium.
Right.
It's recognized somewhere. So again,
I went to Staples and I don't remember seeing like division.
Have you been
banners
to
or
their
anything like
practice
that.
gym? I've practiced in their practice gym.
I haven't.
They
I
have
haven't. No.
hundreds of banners hanging. Almost every accomplishment you can think
Right.
of. If you walk through
But
their
Lamont,
practice facility, it's hanging
do you
somewhere.
think that would
Doesn't
be a
matter.
practice facility?
No,
banner,
what
though?
what
Not
I'm saying is, it doesn't matter where you hang it. It's still recognized.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, I knew you guys were going to disagree with that. I don't know. I thought it
No,
was
I'm saying
kinda,
you
I don't know.
appreciate greatness. When you win something, you appreciate it. You know how hard it is to win any level of championship?
Yeah.
It's hard.
So why? So it shouldn't matter if they recognize the team for it.
I had a hard time
people?
winning high school championships. Like,
Did you show people your?
What if you win? What if
the
you win
Lakers
your?
hanging it up should actually give it the credibility y'all asking for it to have. The fact that the Lakers actually hung it up should say, okay, this is valid. It's almost like when we told y'all the player of the week was on Kobe's statue. Now y'all ready to spit on the statue. Y'all got to get out of y'all feelings, man. Nobody cares. These things mean something. These guys work hard for this.
I'm not saying they don't. I just that's just how I felt when it happened. I don't know. Maybe I got lost in the moment. I'm just being honest.
I was telling Chilltown about it. I said sometimes the essence come out of us when you're looking at it like you don't.
So I just don't know why we lost it.
Man. Again, I
why we
understand
don't
the
like
Lakers
our
fan
team
base.
recognizing our team for accomplishing something. What's wrong with that, man?
I do, but it was next to like the actual championship banners and stuff. I don't know. For me, it was just kind of like
It is the way the NBA sees it. It is a championship. The way the NBA sees it, this is a tournament that the entire league's involved in. The whole league is involved in this. This ain't no. Everybody's in this.
Hey man,
Everybody
I
has
knew
a
you
chance
guys
to
were going
win.
to disagree with that. I was just being honest. Like I just
Because
thought, I
we've
don't
been
know.
talking about.
Go
ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just saying that's what it is. It's a real tournament, and it's regular season games that actually count.
Oh my God,
Lamont, what do you see right here?
Well, look, see, I don't.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Hold on. Oh, so they got the nerve to hang Atlantic Division champion banners. Atlantic Division, not even a conference champion. They willing
got
to hang.
one right there. They got one.
Your division.
But they not even. Yeah, I'm saying the Atlantic Division is not even as prestigious as the conference championship. And they willing to hang an Atlantic Division championship banner and then pretend like they too good to hang an in-season tournament banner, man. Come on, man. So that's what I mean. Just appreciate all greatness, man.
Would you?
You know what? Maybe I'll turn my opinion after that. But I'm just saying, like when it happened, I don't know. That was just me. Like maybe I'm not being appreciative.
No, I feel you because I mean I get what the Knicks are trying to do. It's a mental thing. You don't want your players to get complacent. You don't want them to feel like the season's over. We don't have to keep working, right? So they're doing the Phil Jackson mental thing where, look, we got to keep playing as if we didn't win nothing. I get that the what you're trying to do because the Knicks ain't won nothing since the 70s. So you have to, you're trying to trick these guys into playing harder and not get complacent. I get what you're trying to do to optics. But I guarantee you at some point in time, they're going to give recognition to that cup championship. Maybe it's over the summer after they get the job done, something like that. But there's going to be some level of recognition somewhere in a Knicks facility of that championship.
Well, didn't the Lakers reveal theirs like the next year at the beginning? I
don't know.
I could have swore we didn't make a banner for it until the next year. So I mean, maybe they're just waiting for the season to end.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew exactly.
All I remember from like the in-season tournament was that there was a cash prize. It was $800,000, and I remember that number because LeBron was talking about it. He was talking about somehow I hustled away all this money from these young guys, and these young guys. Now Dwyane was pretty stupid, So.
Hey, Johnny.